Hi, and welcome to a quick run through of the voucher plugin. Right now, the voucher plugin only supports the Osclass Teams Payments Pro plugin, but most likely support for other payment plugins will come at a later date. Once you have installed the voucher plugin, you will find a new menu item under the Osclass Payments Pro plugin called Vouchers. Once you click that, you will see a list of your existing bundles. And what a bundle is basically a way to keep track of a set of vouchers that you have created so that you can know if, for instance, let's say you go to a convention or you have vouchers that you send out as goodwill for to users whenever something goes wrong for them. Then you can keep track of how many vouchers of a specific type has been used, etc. If you do not need that feature, you can just create a single bundle and just create all your future vouchers within that bundle. But to create a new bundle, you just click the plus sign over here, and then you name it. So we can have like my cool bundle, and then you can have a description. It's like vouchers I give to cool people, and then you can create the initial vouchers that will be part of the bundle once it's created. So let's say we want to create 100 vouchers. Now you can either have them all have the same values, let's say 50 credits, or what you can do is that you can set a span. So let's say we want somewhere between 50 and 100 credits for each and every voucher. Then you just set 50 as the minimum and 100 as the maximum. And then that will be randomized for all of the 100 created vouchers. Then we just click Create Bundle. And we're presented with the newly created vouchers. As you can see, the status here is newly added. So if you create vouchers for an already existing bundle, once you're taken back to the list of vouchers in your bundle, you can easily see which one has recently been added. What you can do here, if you want to, let's say you want to keep track of these in some kind of external document, you can just select all here, and then you can export them, and you can just copy the clipboard and just paste them in some other document. Just to show you how that looks, it will just look like this. So you get the name here, and then you get like a CSV list with the status, the code, and how much each voucher is worth. Let's go back to the list of bundles here by clicking list. Also, by the way, before we do that, if you click the plus sign while you're inside of a bundle, you add vouchers to this existing bundle. And it works in exactly the same way. You select how many you want to create, a minimum value, and a maximum value if you want to have the vouchers randomized between the minimum and the maximum value. You can also see a bit of statistics about your bundle, how the value of the remaining vouchers and how many has been redeemed and so on and so forth. You can also get information by just clicking this question mark on every page. So let's go back to the list, and now you see we have our cool bundle here, and you can see that we have it contains 100 vouchers. The value is $75.50. There are no redeemed vouchers, and so on and so forth. If you want to add more vouchers to this bundle, you can either just click Add Vouchers here, or you can click Show Vouchers, and you go back to the list that we saw before, and you can click the plus sign. Now you see the status here is available. That means that this is a code that has not been used. Let's say that you want to send a code out to a user via email, for instance, and you want to make sure that you do not send the same code out again to another user. Then you can just copy this, or just select it and export, copy, or whatever here. So let's just, I copy this, so I'm ready to send that in an email. Then you can select the voucher and mark as handed out. That also copies it, so you are free to paste that into the email. What this does is that it makes sure that you do not accidentally send the same voucher out twice. So if we go back now to the list here, you see that there are still no redeemed vouchers or anything like that. But if we go back into the voucher list here for this specific bundle, we can see that if we sort by status here, one of them is marked as being handed out to someone. Let's see here now. So this is basically what is needed on the back-end side, and this is how it's used. Also, there are a bit of settings that goes with the voucher system, and you can get to those by clicking settings. And that is to make sure that people cannot brute force voucher codes. So you can select a number of tries that a person is able to enter incorrect voucher codes. And if they enter, in this instance, 4 incorrect voucher codes, they will be locked out of entering more voucher codes for a time of 6,000 seconds, which equates to 10 minutes. Okay, let's see here. Let's look at the front end instead. So let's say now that I am the recipient of the voucher that we sent out via email before, so I want to redeem that. So I go to my account and buy credit for payments. That is part of the Osclass Payment Pro plugin. So you click that, and you come into this, and you see all the normal choices that you have, all the credit packs that you have created are available for purchase. But there is also a new option here, and that is Redeem Voucher. So the user clicks Redeem Voucher, and let's say that he just tries to brute force something first. Then he gets this error message and how many tries he has, and if I continue to do this, I will be locked out. But let's say that I have received the voucher code via email that we created before, so I redeem that. And that added $85 to my account. 85 credits would probably be a better word, but right now, the Osclass Payment Pro plugin calls what you have in your wallet dollars. I have contacted the developers about this, and I think that in a future or perhaps already released version, you will be able to call it whatever you want, credits or whatever. So now if we go back to the admin here and click List Bundles again, you will now see that we have one redeemed voucher from the bundle that we created before. So let's click Show Vouchers again and sort, and we can see that this voucher has been redeemed. So that way you can keep track of how many vouchers are still in your bundle, how many has been redeemed, the total value left of redeemed vouchers, and so on and so forth. So it's quite easy to use. And if you have a bundle here that you intend to use for a long time, for instance, a Goodwill bundle, and you see that that starts to run out, maybe your remaining vouchers here are down to like 10 or something. First of all, the status here will start to change color once you're like halfway through your bundle and when you have like 25% left or something. So you know that if you want to keep this going, you might have to take actions, and then you can just go in and add more vouchers. So that is basically it. And I'll probably add more features to this, and as I said before, I probably add support for additional payment systems once I get the time to do that.